Hi guys, Debbie Dubois here. Welcome to my channel, True Sacred Union, and also welcome to my Twin Flame series. This is video one, part one of an I don't know how many video series, but I've been doing this a really long time, and I've been called to step forward and put down some of my knowledge in videos. They're going to be bite-sized, digestible pieces, no more than 10 minutes. The other thing you're not going to find on here, I'm not going to be talking about my events or my sessions or anything. No commercials, just right down to it. So we don't want to waste any time. If you do want any information, you can find it below. Okay? We're going to kick this off with, first of all, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because clients of mine who find me almost always find me, believe it or not, through my website. They're Googling and they find twin flame articles. And I've done a lot of articles. I've been on this path a long time. And I go into a lot of different rooms and there's so many basic questions that are still being asked. So I figured this is my way of making a contribution to let people know what I know, share my perspectives, and hopefully add a little bit of clarity. And my aim is really to make you much more comfortable with what this path is about. And I want to say help keep you on a really good track, because I do believe that this path can lead you astray if you fall into traps about romantic fantasies about what this kind of connection is. And I feel like it's my duty and responsibility actually to talk responsibly about the subject. And I'll start first of all right away by, talking about my perspective on what the twin flame connection is. The twin flame connection is really an ascension path of the planet. In other words, the planet is going through, of course, we all know it's going through a consciousness shift. And this is my opinion, so you can take what resonates with you and what doesn't, leave the rest behind. But it is my understanding that really the catalytic heart awakening is really what this is all about. And it's about a shift in your being inside of you. And this shift is actually helping fuel the whole planetary shift. Okay. So if I were to look back on my introduction to twin flames and where I started and what I knew of the twin flame connection, I've come a completely, I want to say a full course, gone through a complete full course in what I thought it was when I first started and what I know it to be now. I do believe that there are those people who did come to the planet as one soul beings that split into two and had separate bodies. And basically, it doesn't matter when those connections were formed, when you met that person, but around 2012, there was a catalyst that started off a process where most people became aware of the phenomenon. Now, I want to talk about that because I think two things happened. Number one, we had the catalyst of the 2012, which we all know was like a kickoff for Ascension. But I think a second thing happened. And I think that there have been energies on our planet that have always wanted to keep Ascension down. Okay, I believe that we're all part of the collective, and I do believe that we are all participating in this collective. But there's a part of the game which is trying to keep us to not wake up. And I do believe that some of that energy was injected into the twin flame story. So just like everything else, there's truth, and then there's truth, and then there's the not so true mixed in with the true, and any kind of confusion that we have creates what I want to call like loops where you can get trapped, and it can keep you from moving forward if you get in these traps. So it's almost like if you look at it like an Ascension game, all right? What I'm trying to do is keep you from getting stuck in one of the loops. And I think that that's my main reason for wanting to do this. So around 2012, it is my opinion and my estimation that information was inserted about a plan that was aiming to be quite successful in waking people up, and that is we have a carrot on the stick. So the carrot on the stick is I've been catalyzed by this experience. It's so important to me that I'm going to focus all my attention on getting that experience back again. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to go through a series of lessons where I undo a bunch of my belief systems that I've been programmed to have. Now, it is my estimation that there were a number of these actual twin souls that have come in, and those twin souls pretty much were ignited. Doesn't matter when they met, but they were more than anything ignited around the 2012. All right. So what that did is it injected into the collective a brand new template, a brand new way of being in loving relationships. But it really started with self. So the reason why this was so important is because Ascension is all about embodying our higher self. So I was given the term a long time ago, catalytic heart awakening. The catalytic heart awakening was brought forth by a group, okay? And then because it was put into the collective, that catalytic heart awakening becomes available to anybody as an ascension pattern. So the reason why I'm telling you this now is that I think it would be extremely helpful for everybody to understand the twin flame phenomenon is really a catalytic heart awakening phenomenon, and it is for ascension. So if you find yourself on that path, it doesn't matter if you are a twin flame or not. It is the path that your soul chose to do some soul work and ascend to a higher vibrational state. All right, so this particular video is being communicated, and I get the direction that it will bring some clarity to some confusion about, the fact that this really is an ascension path. Now, a lot of you watching this already know this. I do see that there are different stages of where we're at. And I'm just going to go over that really, really quick. Okay. We have the people that came in throughout this lifetime that around 2012 got catalyzed, started doing all the clearing of these I want to call them patterns of imperfection on the planet. They're everything from human trafficking to sexual slavery to marital patterns to familial patterns to, it runs the gamut. So this soldier group, if you will, came out and took on all these patterns. This is well underway, which means those people that came to do that work, you know who you are. If you've done a lot of this soul expansion, you've come into your own center. You're probably at a place where you're very comfortable in your own center, but there's fine-tuning going on. There's fine-tuning going on. You may or may not be in union with the person that catalyzed your heart, but it doesn't matter to you because you are at that acceptance state that you've gotten to a particular place. And you know that the process works, you're in the process, and that is I'm not even going to use waivers or anything else. Those, I believe, are the core catalytic heart awakening experiences that came first. Now what we have going on are a bunch of people who are connecting with like vibration souls who are being catalyzed much in the same way these original twin souls were catalyzed, and now you are basically going through the exact same process, only things are actually a little bit easier for you because patterns of imperfection were already they were already removed and they've already been put into the collective. So that means that it's so much easier for you if you stay focused. If you stay focused and you understand what this process is for, you have so many tools available to you and so many patterns have been broken that you don't have to deal with. That's the really good news. So whether you're one of those original light workers that came in to kickstart off, or you're someone who's just joining in the spiritual revolution and really digging into who you are, this series is for you because we're going to be talking about all different aspects. I'm going to leave it there. I can say, because I want to keep these under around the 10-minute mark, I would ask if you resonate with this information, please do give this video a like, share it with friends. Think of subscribing to my channel. If you press the notification bell, you won't miss any of the series coming down your feed. I thank you so much for taking time to listen, and I will be back with another video in the Twin Flame series. Thank you, and namaste.